Have you ever looked in the mirror and thought, why do I look so tired, or older than I feel? You're not alone. Dr. Robert Miller, a doctor who's worked closely with older adults for decades, has noticed something fascinating. It's not just genetics or age that makes someone look older, it's often the small habits we repeat every day without thinking. And here's the thing, these habits are so subtle, most of us don't even notice them. But the people around us do. A slouched back, a dull expression, clothes we haven't updated in years, a tendency to complain or interrupt without realizing it. Over time, these things slowly change how others see us, and how we see ourselves. We start to seem tired, distant, or even unapproachable. And the sad part is, it doesn't have to be that way. The truth is, you can change these habits at any age. You don't need surgery, expensive creams, or trendy diets. What you do need is awareness, and a willingness to shift just a little, day by day, because here's what Dr. Miller believes, and what I've seen too, a youthful appearance isn't just about smooth skin or shiny hair. It's about presence, it's the energy you give off. It's the warmth in your smile, the calm in your voice, the way you carry yourself when you walk into a room. And the best part, these are things you can practice. You can reclaim them. So in this video, we're going to gently uncover 8 silent habits that may be making you look older than you are, and more importantly, I'll show you exactly how to turn each one around in a way that feels simple, natural, and uplifting. This isn't about trying to be 25 again. It's about feeling alive, confident, and comfortable in your skin at any age. Let's get started. Your next chapter begins right now. Habit number 1, neglecting personal grooming. Let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you looked in the mirror not just to check if your shirt was on straight but to really see yourself? Because sometimes, without realizing it, we start to let the little things slide. Hair gets a bit too long, eyebrows go wild. Our favorite shirt has a stain we ignore because it's comfortable. The nails, maybe they've turned a little yellow or rough at the edges. And suddenly, the reflection staring back at us seems a little older. A little more tired. It's not vanity, it's care. When we stop paying attention to our grooming, it sends a quiet message not just to the world, but to ourselves, that we're not worth the effort. But we are. You are. Dr. Robert Miller shared a story about one of his patients, a kind and spirited woman in her 70s. After a few difficult years, she had stopped styling her hair, wore the same cardigan most days, and rarely smiled in the mirror. She said, "What's the point?" But then, with a little encouragement, she started small, a fresh haircut, a new lip balm, a shirt that made her feel pretty. And slowly, she stood taller, she laughed more. People noticed, she noticed. The fix isn't complicated or expensive. You don't need a closet makeover or a spa day unless you want one. Just start with the basics. Keep your hair neat. Trim your nails and facial hair. Choose clothes that are clean and that make you feel good even at home. And a light touch of moisturizer or sunscreen. It goes a long way for your skin and your confidence. These tiny habits say, I care about myself. I still show up. Because how you treat yourself sets the tone for how others see and treat you too. So today, maybe take 5 minutes just for you. Not to impress anyone else but to remind yourself. You matter, and you're still here strong, present, and full of life. Ready for the next habit? Let's keep going. Habit number 2, speaking too loudly or interrupting others. Let me ask you something. Have you ever been in the middle of telling a story, only to realize everyone's gone quiet? But not in a good way. It happens more than we think, especially as we get older. We might not even notice it, talking over someone at the dinner table, finishing their sentence without meaning to, or just speaking a bit too loudly. Not because we're rude, but maybe because we're excited, passionate, or sometimes just can't hear as clearly as we used to. Dr. Robert Miller shared something interesting. He noticed that many older adults who interrupt or speak louder don't realize it's happening. And the worst part, it slowly creates distance in conversations. People stop sharing. They smile politely, but they hold back. The connection fades, little by little. But here's the good news. This habit is so easy to adjust once we're aware of it. Start by tuning in, not just to the words others say, but to their expressions. Are they pulling back a little? Do they look like they're waiting for a turn to speak? That's your cue. Next, soften your tone just a bit. Think of it like dialing down a radio that's a little too loud in a quiet room. Your voice still matters, but when it comes with calm and intention, it invites others in, instead of drowning them out. And here's a tip that many overlook: get your hearing checked. Truly, a small decline in hearing can trick us into raising our voice without even noticing. And once it's addressed, conversations flow more easily, more comfortably. I once met a man in his 60s who shared how his family dinners changed after he adjusted this. He said, "I didn't realize I was taking over the table. But once I paused and started listening more, my granddaughter opened up to me again. We talked for hours, so maybe today. Just take a breath before jumping in. Let the silence breathe. Let someone else finish their thought. Because being heard feels good, but making someone else feel heard? That's a gift, and it never gets old." Ready for the next habit? Let's keep going. Habit number 3, wearing outdated or ill-fitting clothes. You know, sometimes it's the little things we don't think much about that can affect how others see us, and even how we feel about ourselves. One of those things is the way we dress. Have you ever caught yourself slipping into that old, oversized t-shirt with the stretched-out collar? Or maybe those baggy pants that don't quite fit right anymore? And if you're like many of us, maybe your wardrobe leans heavily toward dull, dark colors that don't really brighten the day or your mood. Dr. Robert Miller, who has spent years working with older adults, points out that wearing clothes that don't fit or are outdated can unintentionally add years to our appearance. It's not about fashion trends or being flashy. It's about wearing clothes that fit well and make you feel confident and comfortable. Here's a simple idea. Imagine your clothes as an extension of your energy. When you wear something that fits just right, not too tight, not too loose, and in soft, pleasant tones like light blue, beige, or cream, it can actually lift your spirit and make you appear more vibrant. And adding a small touch, like a scarf or a classic watch, can instantly add a fresh, polished look without any hassle. Think about it. Have you ever noticed how a good-fitting outfit can change the way people treat you? It's like it sends a message: I care about myself, and I'm present in this moment. And that confidence, it's contagious. One of my favorite stories is about a woman named Linda who, after years of ignoring her wardrobe, started choosing clothes that fit better and colors that suited her skin tone. She told me, "I felt like I was rediscovering myself. People started complimenting me, and I even felt more motivated to try new things." Sometimes, a little change in what we wear can open the door to a whole new chapter in life. So if you're watching this, why not take a moment to look in your closet today? Ask yourself, do these clothes make me feel good? Do they fit well? And if the answer is no, maybe it's time for a gentle update. Remember, it's never about chasing youth, it's about honoring yourself and showing up as the best version of you. Ready to discover more habits that can refresh your look and life? Let's keep going. Habit number 4, complaining or criticizing too much. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to fall into the trap of complaining or criticizing without even realizing it? Maybe during a family gathering, you find yourself saying things like, "Young people dress so strangely these days," or "They're always glued to their phones," or even "People today just don't have manners." It's natural to vent sometimes, but when it becomes a habit, it can actually make us seem older than we are, not just in age, but in spirit. Dr. Robert Miller, who has spent years working with older adults, points out that this constant negativity can create distance between you and others. People tend to avoid conversations where there's more complaining than connection. Plus, it subtly affects how you see yourself. Focusing on what's wrong instead of what's good can dim your own sense of joy and vibrancy. So, what's the fix? Instead of jumping to criticize, try offering kind or constructive suggestions only when it really matters. Otherwise, why not shift your attention to positive stories, funny memories, or even simple happy moments from your day? These are the kinds of conversations that bring people closer and brighten up everyone's mood. Think about it this way. When was the last time someone's positive energy lifted your spirits? Maybe it was a grandparent sharing a funny story from their youth or a friend recalling a joyful experience. That warmth, that connection, is what keeps relationships vibrant, no matter your age. I remember talking with a gentleman named George, who realized that his habit of complaining was pushing his family away. Once he started focusing on sharing positive stories, his relationships improved, and he felt more energized and youthful himself. It's amazing how changing your mindset can literally refresh your outlook on life. So next time you catch yourself about to criticize, pause and ask, is this helping? Is this bringing us closer? If not, try sharing a moment of joy instead. You might be surprised at how much younger and happier it makes you feel. Are you ready to try this habit change? Let's keep going and explore more ways to bring out your best self every day. Habit number 5, poor posture and negative body language. Have you ever noticed how your posture might be silently giving away your age? It's surprising how something as simple as the way we hold ourselves can make us look older or less energetic. For example, maybe you find yourself walking around hunched over, staring down at the ground, or crossing your arms when you talk. These habits may seem small, but they actually send signals to others and even to ourselves that say, I'm tired, or I'm closed off. Dr. Robert Miller, who has worked closely with many older adults, points out that poor posture and negative body language can unintentionally create a barrier between you and the people around you. It can make you seem less approachable, less confident, and yes, older. But here's the good news, these habits can be changed. One easy way to start is by practicing standing tall every morning in front of a mirror. It might feel strange at first, but holding your shoulders back and your chin up helps you feel more energetic and others notice it too. Try walking slowly but with purpose, planting your feet firmly on the ground. It's amazing how this simple shift can change your mood and even how people respond to you. Also, never underestimate the power of eye contact and a genuine smile. These small gestures create connections that words sometimes can't. They make you appear younger, more engaged, and open to conversation. Think about someone you admire, maybe a friend or a mentor. How do they carry themselves? Chances are, their confident posture and warm body language are a big part of why people enjoy being around them. Personally, I've noticed that when I'm aware of my posture, I feel more energized and ready to face the day. It's a simple habit but one that makes a huge difference over time. So next time you catch yourself slouching or folding your arms, pause and reset. Stand tall, smile, and look people in the eye. You'll be surprised at how much younger and more vibrant you'll feel, not just to others, but to yourself. Are you ready to try this today? Let's keep going. There's more to discover that can help you shine every day. Habit number 6, bad breath or body odor. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, even when everything else seems fine, there's this little thing that makes people hesitate to get too close? I'm talking about bad breath or body odor, those silent signals that can quietly push people away without us even realizing it. Imagine you're at a family gathering or catching up with old friends. Everyone's sharing stories and laughter, but then you catch a hint of sweat in the air or notice someone pulling back because of a subtle but unpleasant smell. It's awkward, right? Dr. Robert Miller, who has worked with older adults for years, points out that these issues often stem from simple causes like dry mouth, eating strong foods such as garlic or onions, or wearing clothes that haven't been washed thoroughly. The good news: this is something completely fixable. Drinking plenty of water throughout the day helps keep your mouth moist and reduces bad breath. Using an alcohol-free mouth spray can freshen your breath anytime, especially after meals. And don't underestimate the power of clean clothes. Regular washing and freshening up your wardrobe can make a world of difference. Here's a question to ponder. Have you ever thought about how something as small as a breath spray or a fresh shirt can actually boost your confidence and change how people respond to you? When you feel fresh, you naturally stand taller, smile wider, and engage more openly. In fact, from my own experience, just being mindful of these little details has helped me feel more comfortable in social situations. It's amazing how something so simple can brighten your mood and deepen your connections. So next time you catch yourself hesitating to get close or notice others pulling away, remember these easy fixes. Small changes like drinking more water, refreshing your breath, and keeping your clothes clean don't just keep you smelling good, they keep you feeling young and vibrant, ready to enjoy every moment with those you love. Let's keep going. There's more to discover about staying youthful and confident every day. Habit number 7, rarely smiling or looking constantly tense. Have you ever noticed that sometimes, even when you're surrounded by family or friends, your face just seems tense? Like you're sitting with your grandkids, but your expression stays serious or neutral. Or maybe when someone takes a photo, you're that stiff-faced person who never quite smiles. It's more common than you think, and it can actually make you appear older or less approachable than you really are. Dr. Robert Miller, who has spent years working with older adults, points out that rarely smiling or looking constantly tense sends subtle signals to people around you. It might make them hesitate to start a conversation or feel that you're distant or uninviting. But here's the good news. This is something you can change, starting today. Try this simple exercise every morning. Stand in front of a mirror and practice a gentle smile. Not a forced grin, but a warm, soft smile that reaches your eyes. Your eyes are incredibly powerful. They communicate kindness, warmth, and openness even without words. Think about the last time someone's smile made your day better. You can be that person for others. You might wonder, why does this matter so much? Well, smiling not only changes how others see you but also how you feel inside. Research shows that smiling can actually boost your mood, reduce stress, and even improve your immune system. So it's a win-win. From my own experience, I've noticed that when I consciously soften my expression, people respond differently. They seem more relaxed, more willing to chat, and more connected. It's amazing how something as simple as a smile can open doors to deeper relationships and make social moments more joyful. So, if you catch yourself in photos or conversations looking tense or serious, remember this. Your smile is your secret superpower. It can brighten the room, bring you closer to loved ones, and keep your spirit young and vibrant. Why not start today? Look in the mirror, practice that gentle smile, and watch how it transforms your day and maybe even your life. Habit number 8, lack of regular physical activity. Did you know that one of the quiet habits making us look older is simply not moving enough? Think about it, spending most of the week indoors, mostly lying down or sitting, feeling tired after just a 5-minute walk, getting out of breath after climbing a few stairs or struggling with balance when turning or bending. These signs don't just affect your health. They also make you appear less vibrant and less active to those around you. When the body lacks regular physical activity, muscles weaken, circulation slows, and endurance drops. This can lead to poor balance, fatigue, and an overall feeling of weakness. I've met many older adults who hesitate to move more because they fear getting tired or falling. But ironically, that very hesitation speeds up the decline in physical strength. Here's the good news. You don't need to do heavy workouts or spend hours exercising to make a difference. Just 15 to 30 minutes a day walking outside, or doing gentle stretches at home, can do wonders. Yoga, meditation, or Tai Chi classes designed for seniors are also fantastic options to improve your overall health. Imagine dedicating just a little time each day to your body, feeling the difference, walking with more confidence, breathing easier, and feeling more energized. This not only helps you stay physically younger but also boosts your mood and enjoyment of life. Are you maintaining a regular activity routine? If not, why not start today? Small steps can make a big difference in preserving your youthfulness and long-term health. Growing older is something we all experience. It's a natural part of life. But here's something important to remember. Getting older doesn't mean you have to lose your spark. How you carry yourself, how you live each day, and the small choices you make can change the way people see you, not just on the outside, but in your energy and presence. Think about it. When you wake up each morning and decide to smile, to dress with care, to move your body, or to choose kindness in your conversations, all these small actions add up. They help you appear more vibrant, healthier, and more approachable. It's not about chasing youth or denying age. It's about embracing every moment with positivity and confidence. I've seen many people transform just by making tiny shifts in their daily habits. And the best part, you don't need a complete makeover or a big event. You just need to start with one small step, a gentle reminder that your spirit can shine bright at any age. So my final advice to you is simple: live joyfully, live cleanly, and live positively. Because true youthfulness doesn't come from the number of years, but from the liveliness within your heart and mind. When your spirit is alive, your appearance naturally follows. That's the real secret to aging gracefully and beautifully. And if this message resonated with you, if you felt even a little spark of hope or inspiration, I invite you to subscribe to this channel. We share simple, uplifting, and practical tips to help you live your best life at every age. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts, and share it with someone who might need this today. Let's grow better together.